left on the sidewalk skyline.
Hi everybody, it's October 17th, 2 o'clock, about 70 degrees, it's gorgeous, the leaves are in full. In August of 1955, the Naugatuck River flooded, including Waterbury, and this is during the flood and then after the flood. And as a response, this dam was built in 1960, was completed, and at the time cost $14 million, but 44 people lost their lives in this flood. And in the same week, they got hit with the remnants of a hurricane. So this was a pretty bad thing. So they built this dam and a series of other dams, and we're just on location loving it. So we're here, and part of the New England Railroad Museum in Thomaston, me and the camera person took this trip. It was right around this time, and for $15 or so you can take this trip, but we're just happened to be here. This is the beauty of being on location. We got some dogs barking, but so what, we love dogs at CCIS. We love dogs at CCIS, but we just happen to be at the right time, you know, at the right place, at the right time. And this car, these are upwards of 100-year-old, and they're like a working museum. I highly recommend you check it out. And here we are. Look at this guy. That's when we say it's about getting out there. Everybody, all the kids were waving at us. I think this time of year they do the pumpkin run, where they go to a pumpkin field in Waterbury and let the kids pick their own pumpkins. But we're here, Thomaston, on location, loving it. We're gonna get another view from the other side, because you talk about vistas and stuff. Wow, this place has it. We got our friend Siren Head over here in the background. And these dogs are kind of, on the dog-o-meter, it's a solid 5, okay? But let's get over there and we'll try to do a squatch-o-meter. This place is cool. Down there, of course, the camera person just panned into it. You could see how this formed in volcanic activity, how this would have been molten rock, and it's hard for me to identify it. I'm just about to join the mineral club, so I'll wait till I get a little better at that. Definitely some volcanic rock, and then it cooled. And on this side, well, that's pretty darn squatchy, isn't it? Now, there's a lot of recreational activity here. There's a steady stream of vehicles, barking dogs, trains. People are doing some photography here. And we're so on location. We are so on location. It's ridiculous. But if I had the squatch-o-meter, you know what, let's wait. Let's go over by this control tower, and we'll give it the squatch-o-meter over there. We'll see about it. So we're at the Thomaston Dam, and you can see how beautiful it is. It is beautiful. But if you look down there, really there's something not so beautiful happening down there. Is that spillway? That spillway looks to me like it prevents anadromous fish, your river herring, your salmon, shad, all of those things. That striped bass are going to follow that, and it also changes the water temperature, and it does oxygenate the water. But it's beautiful. Listen, but it's also the reason why these dams like this are the reason why we don't have really good salmon, Atlantic salmon, returning from native fish into Connecticut waters in Massachusetts. I know there's some in Maine, but that's a sad situation. Let me come over to this side here. This is upstream. And of course, this presents you with what the river would look like were it not dammed up. And of course, 44 people died, so they built a dam. On the squatchometer back there, and you can see the colors are beautiful. This is a great place to come. Listen, we suggest places to you all the time. This place is free, but on the squatchometer, that's like a 4, camera person's agreed. That's a solid 4. I love these dams because of the mica inclusion that you get. You get some beryl in here. You get all the pegmatites, quartz, phrenite stuff. So there's some really interesting stones to be found here. But they used to let you go and do that, but now, of course, this is all restricted because our modern society, and rightfully so, doesn't allow people on these structures. Let's see, check this place out. Here comes the train again. Oh boy. We're gonna get him to wave. And this again, so this train is part of the Railroad Museum in Thomaston. It's $15 a person. It's a lot of fun. We went on it. It's just great, because all along the way are people just like us. Waving at everybody. Nice job, guys. Look at the way they're dressed. How cool is this? Yeah, we got a crow up there, and every time we never seem to catch him on camera. But this place is really cool. You gotta get out here. This is a great place to see the leaves. Ride that train. Did you see the guys, the way they were dressed? like from that Titanic era. He as soon as we shut the camera off, he's gonna like fly around and do acrobatics and start making all kinds of noise, because that's what crows do. If they can mess with you, they will. And this guy, this guy will definitely mess with you. And obviously, listen, this didn't cost us a thing, and you see from the smile on my face, and other than I have a little allergy, so my apologies to that, but I can hear the train whistle going into Thomaston. We are having so much fun here today. In Bristol early, we're at the gem show, and this is again. This reminds me of Camp Columbia. You got the open spaces. He's laughing at me. Did you hear that? Hey, those open spaces. He's laughing at me. Hey. I tried to film over here where the squatch will run in between these. They know they're in open area. They'll take off like you see the grassman in Ohio in Salt Fork State Park. I'm being laughed at by a crow. Just running through, and they estimated this speed And they had a sprinter, and the sprinter could not run that fast. And so if you're saying it was a person in a fursuit that beat an Olympic sprinter, yeah, I just don't see that happening. He's laughing at me. And this is the kind of place where they run through, and you see him. This is a good place. Vistas like this give you a really good chance of seeing a squatch running through. This is an Army Corps of Engineer facility, and of course that means there's miles and miles of trails. I was just talking to this crow over here, and he told me to remind you that this is a lot of recreational facilities here, and it just appears that the trails go on for miles, so we just recommend checking this out. So you can see there's the Vista picnic area, and we're about to go check it out. Remember, this is Army Corps of Engineers. That means no alcohol, no fun out there, okay? You come here, you get serious, and then you get laughed at by a crow, and that's how it goes down. Wow. So here you go. It's the flood of 1955. That's Torrington. And then this is the completed tower. This is when they selected the site, the project started, and this is when it finished. They're showing you all the recreational opportunities here, and of course, look at this. Look at how many signs. Look at how many rules there are. There are 327.30 rules to here, and they all basically say no. No, 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 no. So yes, there are 327 things not to do here. They're not kidding, but definitely one of the things to do here is just to come check it out. It is pretty, and I'm gonna listen. Look at this picnic area. We want to show people, if you got a family, this is free. I love these types of grills. Got walnuts all over the place here. But these grills, I just throw wood in there. Wood that's just kicking around usually, and let that burn for a while. And what a place. Wow, I like it here. Bathrooms over here. These trees. Oak trees. Nut trees. Hemlocks. Oh man, my brother was talking to me about burled wood. We got burled wood right here. So if you got a family, or you just want to have a nice picnic in a nice place, quiet, not one single person is utilizing these picnic tables. And it's a gorgeous fall Sunday afternoon, and that's just crazy to me. Look at this oak tree. Camera person says I haven't hugged a tree in a while. You're gonna hug a nice oak tree like this. Let's get over here. There's some kind of memorial down here. This is really nice. This is really nice. Feel that spongy, that ground is? Man, you gotta give it to the Army Corps of Engineers. They don't mess around. How you doing? So it's Charles Lewis Ayenson, and I guess he designed all of this flood control systems throughout the Naugatuck River Valley, and it's saying basically that these designs probably saved a lot of lives and prevented a lot of flooding. I'm not such a big fan of dams, and the real problem is development along rivers that always flood, and flooding is part of the habitat, part of the ecosystem, and it has benefits, except man, you know, our buildings, we like to build, especially in the old days, we used the rivers to run our mills, and then polluted the rivers, and then when they flooded, we'll dam them up, with not one single thought of the fish impact and the impact that had on otters and eagles and osprey, and I could go down the line, bear, and on and on and on. The Atlantic salmon runs used to be the same as those as you see in Alaska, and our black bears would eat the salmon here the same as the grizzlies eat the salmon in Alaska, but you just don't think about that because it's gone from our memory. And the reason that is gone is because these things have been around for so long, and the mills that did the destruction before that have been around so long, that we just don't have a culture where those things happen. But believe me, they did, and they can come back. And dams like this are sort of preventing that. And yes, they are beautiful, and they save lives for man and our buildings, but they're destructive to the environment. And that's the bottom line. So this guy was cool, he did his job. This place is cool. Just make sure you follow the 327.303 rules, and you'll have a great time, like we are. Let's go see what this says. So yeah, protect the peoples from floods. But this is in memory of Dino J. Favalli, George M. Kessler, and Matthew J. Pagarullo. And they are employees of this dam system. They lost their lives during the construction of this thing. And so the flood control didn't help them any. And that's just sad. You guys, alright, workers, like me, construction workers. Let's go see this vista, and we'll see you out there. Found a puffer ball. But look at this view. And I mean, you can hear highway system, that's Route 8, and obviously there's trains and a lot of recreational activity. But again, like Meriden, you could see how dense the forests in Connecticut are. A lot of them connect, so you have a massive greenway. We have some incredible trees here, and of course this awesome bench, this awesome picnic area. It's completely free, nice bathrooms. Check it out, people. I'm going to enjoy the view. If you want to make a crow laugh at you, just be serious. This fella here, yeah. He's laughing. He's laughing at you. We'll see you out there.